So have a blessed day to everyone. So this time we will tackle about the introduction of philosophy of the human person. So it's the first topic that being tackled in the subject. So what is philosophy, the history of philosophy, and then what are the important or the impact of philosophy in our real life. So, dito may examine natin kung ano yung gamit niya. Diba? So, di na tayo magtatagal. Tatalakayin na natin yung topic natin. So, kung mayroon na kayong mga module dyan na hard copy, make it sure na iniingatan niyo siya. No? Tulad ng pag-iingat mo sa mahal mo sa buhay. Charot lang. So, diba, ganun dapat. So, tulad, ipapakita ko na lang sa inyo yung example na mag-iingat. No? So, saan man yun? So, itong aklat na to, ito, hanggang ngayon nandito pa rin siya. 10 years na po. So, ganun dapat ng pag-iingat natin sa ating mga kaaklatan para at least mayroon pang magagamit yung susunod natin na mga henerasyon. Next is during if you take the pre-test exam or diagnostic exam, kadalasan sa ating mga estudyante natatakot. Diba? Huwag kayong mangamba kung maliit lang yung score nyo. Kasi yung pre-test naman siya, hindi siya i-rating or hindi siya isali sa grades ninyo. Diba? Kundi ang purpose lang ng pre-test para malaman namin, mga teachers, kung hanggang saan yung learnings ninyo. So, para sa akin, masaya ako kapag maliit lang yung score nyo. Charot. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, nangangailangan pa kayo ng tulong. Diba? Nangangailangan pa kayo ng aid para mapalawak pa yung kaalaman ninyo. Pero kung malaki na yung score nyo, ano ang gamit namin? Char. Ganon siya. So, dapat din na huwag tayong matakot kung maliit lang yung score natin. Then kung nandiyan na yung mga materials natin, yung mga modules natin, or books, basahin natin ng maigi, condense yung ano yung na-learn ninyo. Huwag yun lang yung, parang wala lang, passing lang yung learnings natin, diba? Dapat nakarehistro siya talaga sa utak natin kung ano yung laman na binabasa natin. So, binabasa natin siya, isinasa isip at sinasa puso para talaga, may learnings talaga kayo. So, during pag may mga sagutan kayo sa mga materials ninyo sa module, maging honest naman. Besh, ha? Huwag kayong maging titingin na lang agad sa likod kasi may answer sheet, may answer key siya. Basta nang titingin na lang ako. Ano ang na-learn mo? Diba? So, do not put unnecessary marks. So, dapat malinis pa rin yung materials natin. And then, lahat ng mga activity na nasa module dapat tapusin natin. Nakaintindihan ba? Ganun siya. So, ito na yung subject natin, Introduction to Philosophy of the Human Person. And it is prepared and written by Enrico B. Caganda. So, magandang araw sa iyo, sir. Maraming salamat sa pag-prepare ng materials na ito. Malaking tulong talaga to sa atin, mga kaguro. Okay, so this module is tackle about the meaning of philosophy. Understand the meaning and process of doing philosophy. So, ito yung atin, no? So, dapat magkakaroon siya dito sa activity na to, sa learning competency niya. Napapaloob dyan yung i-distinguish natin kung ano yung holistic perspective from partial point of view. Pero bago natin yan marating, alamin muna natin yung ano yung philosophy, ano yung gamit niya, ano yan siya, at gaano siya ka-importante at kahalaga sa ating buhay. Okay. So, hala, nandito na ang ating pretest. Okay. So, unang tanong. Most of social science concepts have etymological background. Which of the following tells about the etymology or origin of the term philosophy? So, ano ba yung etymological? Ito yung origin saan nanggagaling yung word na philosophy. No? So, sa pinagpilian, mayroong A, mayroong B, mayroong C, at mayroong ding D. So, mensyaan, pilian nyo siya ng sagot. So, ano yung sagot ninyo? The term philosophy comes from Greek words philo and sophia, which means to love and wisdom, respectively. And then, sa B naman, the term philosophy is galing kay Confucian idea, which says the depth thinking is essential. Sa C naman, nanggaling siya sa Greek words philo and sophia, which means it is to argue and agree. No? Sa D naman, the term philosophy is coined or origined from the early philosopher, which means reasoning. So, ano ang sagot ninyo? So, ang tamang sagot dyan is A. So, ang philosophy is came from philo, which means love, and sophia, which means wisdom. Ganon siya. Sino ang nakatama ng sagot? Ha? Sa 2, social science is composed of many different disciplines. Which of the following statements shows the relationship between social science and philosophy? Okay. Sa A, social science and philosophy are disciplines. Disciplines sila. Sa B naman, philosophy is a discipline under social science. So, ang philosophy is under siya sa social science. So, karaniwang malawak ang social science. So, malawak ang social science, si philosophy nandiyan. Diba? See, philosophy is employed in many different disciplines in making arguments. This social science is a discipline under philosophy. So, meaning, kabaliktaran ito sa B. So, si B is a discipline under social science. Si D naman, social science is a discipline under philosophy. Ano ang sagot mo dyan? Ang tamang sagot ay letter B. Philosophy is discipline which is under social science. So, malawak talaga ang social science. Diba? Sa number 3 tayo. Disciplines like economics, sociology, psychology, history, among others, follow scientific method under inquiry. What makes philosophy a science? So, bakit nagiging science ang philosophy? A. Science because it enables to answer our questions. Mga tanong natin ang philosophy. Ganun ba? Sa B naman, Science siya sapagkat reasoning itself is a science. So pag rumarason tayo, yan ay isang paraan ng science na din. Philosophy is a science because as a discipline, it helps other sciences and their quiz of answers. So, ano siya? Parang makakasagot na din sa tanong, no? And D, philosophy is a science because it is an organized body of knowledge just like any other sciences. So, ano nga ba yung science? So, basically, yung science, definition natin sa science is a systematic body of knowledge. So, alin dyan ang sagot mo? Okay. Tama ang sagot. Letter D. Because philosophy is a science, ito yung naka-organisado siya. Hindi siya, may step siya paano tanungin yung sagot. Hindi ka basta lang kumukuha ng sagot. Ito, ganito. Mayroon siyang process. Kumbaga, ganun siya. Number 4. Philosophy is considered as a science. However, what makes it different from other sciences? So, di ba kinokonsidera siya na is a systematic body of knowledge. May proseso siya sa pagsagot, step by step. Ano yung kaibahan niya sa ibang sciences? A. From other sciences and the science that it considered itself unique. Unique siya. So, meaning kakaiba siya. Ang sabi naman, focuses mainly on reasoning. So, madalas nasasabi natin na focus ang philosophy sa mga rason. No? C, it is different from others science because it does not employ laboratory. So, wala siyang laboratorio katulad ng science natin na mayroon siyang mayroon siyang lab na inaanuhan natin, no? Nandun tayo mag-i-examine, may mga ano-ano dyan, may mga lenses, ganon. So, sa philosophy, walang instrumentong ganon na mangyayari, di ba? Okay, ganon siya. Ang di naman, it is different from other sciences simply because philosophers are different from sciences. Sa D, sinasabi nito, kakaiba siya sa science sapagkat ang different from, kakaiba siya sa scientist. Okay. So, ano kaya dyan yung tamang sagot? Okay. So, philosophy, sa science tayo, nagiging unique naman. Nakakaroon ng mga rason. So, hindi siya unique doon. At saka sa 4 naman, ang mga philosopher din is mga scientist din. Kasi, nag-organize sila ng body of knowledge. So, ano? C. Ito siya ang tamang sagot. It is different from sciences because wala siyang mga laboratorio. Walang physical na examination, walang physical na katulad ng laboratorio na nandun yung mga telescopic, kung ano-ano pang mga gamit na. So, philosophy number 5. Philosophy is overarching other sciences. What makes philosophical approach overarching other sciences? So, bakit nag-overarch siya? Bakit nagkakaroon siya ng connection sa ibang science? A. Philosophy is said to be overarching other sciences for the reason that it is become a discipline ahead of other sciences. Ganun ba? B naman, philosophy is said to be overarching other sciences because all of them originated from it. Ganun ba? C, philosophy is said to be overarching other sciences because it studies everything. The philosophy is said to be overarching other sciences because each field of science uses scientific method just like philosophy. So ano ba ang tamang sagot dyan? Bakit nalink siya sa iba? Because ang philosophy kasi study everything. Study history, marami siyang pinag-aralan. Study na metaphysics, the science, ganun siya kalawak. Ganun siya ka-broad yung topic niya sa philosophy kasi mga rason natin, mga moral natin, mga values, ganun iniistudihan niya yung religion natin. Ang lawak niya, kaya C ang tamang sagot. Number 6. One of the characteristics of Stoic philosophy is that is multidimensional or holistic in its approach. So, holistic siya. Hindi siya partial. It means a philosopher does not limit himself to a particular object of inquiry. B. It means philosopher question almost anything, if not everything. C. It means that philosophical approach must be based on empirical evidences. Letter D, both A and B is correct. So ano man dyan ano ba tong holistic approach? Ang holistic approach kasi, ibig sabihin yan, hindi ka lang na-focus sa isang bagay. So marami yung kino-consider mo na things. So ano ba dyan? Okay, tama yung A, hindi siya naglilimit. Okay? And then B, almost anything tinatanungan niya. So, philosophical approach is only based on empirical. Ano ba itong empirical? Based lang sa nakikita natin, sa senses natin. Yun yung empirical evidence. Pero yung philosophical kasi malawak siya, hindi lang siya nagbabasihan yung empirical evidence mo, kundi pati na yung mga feelings, mga intuitiveness natin. Ganon. So, ano ang tamang sagot? Ang tamang sagot is A and B. So, ang tamang sagot is letter B. Philosophy follows first cause or highest principle. Which of the following pertains to the principle of identity? The principle of identity means it is impossible for a thing to be and not to be at the same time and not same respect. Ganon ba? 7. B. The principle of identity means everything is what it is. C. Principle of identity means nothing exists without a sufficient reason for its being existence. The principle of identity means a thing is either it is or is not, there is no middle ground possible. So, tamang sagot dito is B. The principle of identity means everything is what it is. Ganun siya. So, ano, what it is, ganun yung identity. Principle of sufficient reason state nothing exists without sufficient reason for being and existence. Which of the following scenarios best describe this principle? Ghost, as popularly known as spirit who could not be accepted either in hell nor in heaven. Okay. Next. Be anything afloat, the atmosphere will fall down on Earth because gravity will work on it after some time in one way or another. Ganun ba siya? C. Cats have 9 lives because they cannot easily prevent accident. They can't easily prevent. So, madalas na yung nakakarinig ng yung pusa ay may 9 na buhay. Okay? The happy people are those who are contented with their lives. So, alin dito yung nagpapakita ng the principle of sufficient reasons, which means that nothing exists without sufficient reason for being existence. So, ang sagot siya na napapaloob is, be anything afloat, the atmosphere will fall down on natural light of reason. Choose of the following statement below the best describe this characteristic. So the best describe of this characteristic is that a philosopher uses his natural capacity to think, diba? Also called unaided reason. Natural. Natural sa atin yung mag-iisip. Number 10, one of the highest principles employed in philosophical inquiry is the principle of non-contradiction. Non-contradiction. So, alin dito? A cow is the same as beef. Rice is a liquid, matter, in solid form. If Anna went to school, then she is not anywhere else. The same person is present in two places at the same time. So, saan dito yung prinsipyo na wala siyang kukontra? Okay. So, number 10 answer is C. If Anna went to school, then she is not anywhere else. Ganon siya. Okay, nasagutan na natin yung pretest natin. Huwag kayong mag-alala if maliit lang yung mga score natin. What comes to your mind whenever you hear the word philosophy? So, ano yung nasa isip nyo kung makakarinig kayo ng term na philosophy? What are the important requirements in doing philosophy? Ano ba yung mga pinakailangan para magkakaroon ka ng philosophy? Paano, number 3, paano ang philosophy nagiging importante o nakakatulong sa ating buhay? So, ganun yung tatlong katanungan na dapat ninyong sagutan. So, dapat hindi kayo mag-i-split. So, nandito na siya. So, nakikita na natin dito, no? So, the term philosophy is fellow, which means love and wisdom. Ganun siya. Technically, it's a natural light of reason studies the highest principle of things. So, ganun ang philosophy. In order to understand further meaning, para gusto nyo malaman kung ano yung talagang malawak na philosophy, you can also search or browse at the internet or any accessible things like books and reference para mas mapalawak pa ninyo yung kaalaman ninyo. So philosophy is a science, no? As a systematic, naka-arrange siya. Systematic talaga, naka-organize. Walang shortcut na method. Step by step siya. And then, it employs natural light of reason. Bakit naman? Because nag-iimbestiga siya na hindi gamit ang mga laboratorio na mga instrumento. So, it's merely on natural, supernatural approach siya. So, wala siyang ginagamit na mga stethoscope, ano-ano pa dyan. So, supernatural approach siya. Philosopher use natural thinking. No? So, ganun siya. So, next is philosophy has an inclination to study all things. Mayroon siyang link sa iba. Because particular anthropology, which means philosophy also study human. Diba? So, anthropology is study about humans. So, ano yung pinagsimula ng tao, which means anthro is human, logy study. So, dyan. So, sociology, dito yung ina-studyhan natin yung society. society. Yung yung mga structures niya, yung leadership natin, ganon. So, nakalink din siya sa botany, no? Yung sa mga tanim, sa mga halaman. Sino yung mga halaman lovers dyan? Philosophy also deals with human beings, society, plants, and among others. No? Marami siyang approach, ang lawak-lawak niya. It is what we call multidimensional or holistic. Ang lawak niya talaga. Philosophy also employs first cause or highest principle, which means a reason or an explanation which something proceed in any matter whatsoever. Marami siyang inaano talaga yung philosophy. Ang lawak-lawak ng saklaw niya. So dito tayo, try to have yourself check with a puzzle below and try to answer what are being asked. So three friends decided to eat in a restaurant. So kumain sila. So silang tatlo mayroong tag 10 pesos. They agreed to chip in their money amounting to 30. And those may know which they could eat together. After kumain nila, nalaman nila na they learned that their bill amounted to 25 pesos lang. So, ganon. This is what they did with the remaining 5. Each one got 1 pesos back and they give the waiter 2 pesos as tip. So, di ba, mayroon sila, nag-chip-in sila pag 10 pesos. Tapos ngayon, ang nabayaran lang nila is 25 pesos. So, napag-decide nila, ibigay nila yung 2 pesos na tip para sa waiter at sa yung rest sa kanila. Here's the puzzle. If each of them contributed 10 and back 1 peso later, it means that each one actually spent 9. If we multiply 9 by 3 friends, it means that they spent 27. Adding the 2, they have 2 the waiter to 27 they spent makes it 29. If their money from start is 30, where is the 1 peso? Hala na, may missing yung piso. So, nasaan kaya yung piso? So, kayong tatlo kumakain, nag-chip in kayo ng 10, tapos binigyan ninyo ng tip ng 2 pesos. So, mayroong nagpabalik sa inyo na tag piso. Nasaan na yung piso? Diba? Saan kaya yun? Hanap-hanap kayo. Na-analyze niyo yun. Can we really find the missing piece in a puzzle? Mahanap ba natin yun? Okay. Siyempre, mahahanap natin yun. Mahahanap natin yun. What arguments can you give regarding the puzzle? Okay, ano argumento doon? Bakit nawawala yung piso? So, discuss the let's learn part will you use in order to make the arguments valid or strong? How are you going to use such concept in number 3 to present your argument? So, dito na. Knowing philosophy requires the use of appropriate concepts. So, pag natin, kailangan malawak talaga yung pag-iisip natin. Hindi lang siya partially. Dapat malinaw sa atin yung pangyayari na nagaganap. Diba? So, tama ba na 9 pesos lang talaga yung nagasto nila? Pero dapat malawak, diba? So, sa missing piso na yun, na mislead lang nila yung nasaan yung piso. na ano sila pagkulang, pag-compute. Nandoon lang yon. So, following something, so, nawawala ba talaga yung piso? Hindi siya nawawala. Nandun lang yung piso. Okay, so nagkamali lang sila sa pag-compute na. So, ganun siya yung ating ano. So, the way philosophy requires the use of appropriate concepts. Dapat valid, reliable, and strong. So, dapat yung ano natin, malawakan yung hindi, ala, oo nga, nawawala agad. Hindi natin hinahanap talaga yun. First, we can use the character philosophy which employs so-called natural light of reason. So, ano na, natural light of reason natin. Ano ba yun? The puzzle which solves solely mathematics, di ba? So, ganun lang siya sa math. Contradiction, it says impossible kasi nga, ang nagagasto nila, it says impossible for a thing to be and not to be the same time at the same respect. 30 is impossible to be 29. Yes. So, hindi magiging 30 is equivalent to 29. Hindi siya. 29 is 29. They can never be the same. Apply the principle of sufficient reason. 29 should not be existent in the first place. So, wala si 29 kasi nga 25 sila tapos nabigay sila ni waiter ng 2 pesos. Tapos, nabalik sa kanila yung piso. So, 30 talaga siya. So, hindi nawawala yung piso. Diba? Hindi nawawala si piso. Ano lang sila sa pagkakamali lang nila at pag-compute. Diba minsan nakasakit tayo na pala, kulang man yung piso. Pero hindi pala kasi may kumbaga may nakalimutan ka o may nakaligtaan lang tayong makuha. The following are some day-to-day situations or scenarios which doing philosophy can be helpful. Distinguishing the content of news and social media as to whether it's fake or not. So, di ba, natural talaga sa atin to na, or may nagpo-post sa Facebook, fake ba to? Totoo ba to? Dapat ganun siya. Hindi ka basta-basta lang tayo naniniwala, no? Improving one's reading comprehension, dapat palawakin natin yung pagbabasa natin. And then, number 3, enhancing one's argumentative or reasoning skills. Dapat marunong tayong rumason sa tamang rason, proper reason. Hindi yung basta-basta lang, basta rason na lang ka, kahit hindi siya proper. Listing down of one's priorities. And then planning activities. So, ganun siya. So, nagagamit siya. Ito yung nagagamit natin, di ba? Iniisip natin, ano ba to? Nag-a-argue tayo. So, ikaw na yung mag-fill up sa 6 to 10 kung ano pa yung gamit ng philosophy. Activity to. The way philosophy can also be applied in making laws. Law. No, yung mga batas. Nowadays, the number of minors involved in criminal acts is rising. Tumataas talaga siya ngayon. Kasi nga yung sa juvenile na law, there had been proposal of some legislators that the age of criminal liability be reduced to 15 years old as opposed to be usual 18 years old. Kasi nga, marami nang ginagamit na ng mga sindikato yung mga minors. Kasi nga, hindi sila ano kaya ang sign mo doon? Okay. So, dito na tayo sa ating post test. Ito yung post test natin. So, hopefully, na-condense na ninyo yon kung ano yung sagot dito. Kasi, yung sa pre-test natin, dapat talaga sa post test, malaki na yung score ninyo. Basa na kayo dyan. Mayroon siyang binabalik na mga katanungan. Okay. Number 1, bumabalik na yan. Number 2, ganun din siya. Number 3, ganun din. Number 4, ganun din. Number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So hopefully, mayroon kayong natutunan. Dito na yung natin, focus test. So nag-enjoy kayo sa natin, sa topic 1, kung ano yung introduction of philosophy. So maraming salamat and God bless everyone.